Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby, and this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. And I saw a question that was posed on social media, and the question was, should you check your woman's phone? And or anybody, whether a man or a woman, you're in a relationship with somebody, do you feel the need to check their phone? I'm like, look, if you got to go through your mate's phone and you got to check their phone, you shouldn't be with that person anyway. Because, a relationship is like a game of spades. You need to be in one accord with your mate, with your significant other. You feel me? And the trust needs to be there. It's like you need ESP. You don't have to be with your mate all the damn time to know that you trust this person. You in a relationship and you playing the hand that's dealt as if you wanted it, whether the hand is good or bad, because you know that you're going to win regardless. You're going to get as many books as you play the game. And that's what a relationship is about. You going through your good and you going through your bad, and you going through that good and bad as if you wanted it. So not necessarily test your strength, but to know that you have each other's back. And that's what a relationship is all about. You understand me? And that relates to the topic at hand. If you got to go through your mates, your significant other, phone to see if that person is cheating or creeping or whatever the case, why are you together? If you can't trust your mate as far as you can spit, why the hell are y'all together? It doesn't make any sense. You might as well be single. You don't want to stress yourself out. Stress yourself out because you don't know if your girl is cheating, your dude is cheating, they doing, engaging in infidelity, adultery, or whatever the case may be. You thinking that they fucking behind your back, and you thinking, you may catch something. You may catch the bug, the heebie-jeebies, or something worse. You understand me? But, you may even catch that Rona, the coronavirus, because I heard, not for nothing, that you could catch the Rona, the coronavirus, through sex. And it's like, damn. That makes sense, because if you could get it through contact, then who's to say that you can get it through fucking? But that's a whole nother discussion. Back to the lecture at hand. If you got to go through your mate's phone, got to figure out who's texting or sexting. You got to figure out who the hell calling my mate at this time of night or texting my mate this time of night. A conversation needs to be had. Well, not necessarily needs to be had. If it happens on a regular basis, if it happens over and over and over again, because sometimes you do have family members who just want to talk, or they may have an emergency, or whatever the case may be. Shit happens. But when it happens on a regular basis, now it's time to pump the brakes and say, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Why are you getting these types of calls at this time of night? It's like, okay, are you having booty calls while we're together? It's like, yo, tell your groupies to fall the fuck back. You feel me? But, if you got to go through her phone or his phone to see if they in a relationship, it's like, why bother? I mean, the sex can't be that damn great to stress yourself. Stress yourself to death, because you can't stress yourself to death. You can, think your way into the deep sleep. And it's not worth it, yo. It's not worth it. You might as well break up. Real talk, if you got to go through your mate's phone, if you got to put a tracking device in your mate's phone, why are you with that person? I don't get it. It's like a lot of people thrive in toxic relationships, and the mathematical equation, two negatives make a positive. And a lot of people love toxic relationships because they're negative as hell, and they love negative people. So it may work. You may get a thrill out of going through your mate's phone on some Easter egg type shit. It's like you may get a hard on, you may get aroused, you may bust a nut by going through your mate's smartphone, and you may be crafty enough to crack the code. Like, some people know how to crack shit. They put the bugging device in there so they won't have to crack it. But regardless, some people are crafty enough and smart enough to crack phones. Real talk. And it's like, why you got to go through that? But hey, people are thrill seekers. You understand me? People just love the thrill. It's like people love the thrill of getting caught. People love the thrill of finding out if their mate is cheating, so they could get into a fight, whether it's a verbal fight, fist fight, or whatever the case may be. People thrive on negativity. And I'm the type, I don't need that. Life is too short, yo. I need my peace. Just like I'm her rock, I want her to be my peace. You understand me? When I'm coming home from a hard day's work, or when I'm, writing books, podcasting, whatever the case may be, I want her to be my peace. I have no time to arguing with my woman. You understand me? I have no time. If we doing more arguing than fucking, then I don't want it. Listen, a relationship should be 95% fucking and 5% arguing. Real talk, you should be fucking more than you arguing. You should be building more than you arguing. You should be discussing more than you're arguing. You feel me? It shouldn't be unhealthy, but then again, people love messy shit and people love negative situations and people are toxic as fuck. So they love they love that toxicity. Yes, they love that toxicity. You feel me? They love that shit. Me, I don't. I want peace and quiet. Yes, I love a little feistiness. Don't get that fucked up. I love a little feistiness. I love a little, bickering here and there. It puts some spice into it, especially makeup sex, or especially when you kiss her, she apologizes or you apologize. And it's like back to the regularly scheduled program, because if you've never been in an argument before with your significant other, it's not a fucking real relationship. Like, something's fake. It's like that person who wants to be liked by everybody. I don't trust a motherfucker who wants to be liked by everybody. Everybody doesn't like me, and I don't like everybody. So how can I expect everybody who I come across to like me, to rock with me, to bang with me, to fuck with me? It's not humanly impossible, yo, because we're humans and conflicts have been happening since the dawn of time. You dig? So, family, should you go through her phone? Or the ladies, should you go through his phone? Hell to the motherfucking now. Hell to the now. Nah, man. It's like, listen, if you're a toxic person and you love toxic relationships, listen, I hate using that word toxic. Like, toxic, that's so 2018, 2019, but fuck it, I'm gonna use it anyway. If you're a toxic person and you love toxic relationships and you're negative and you love messiness, and you can't thrive for the positive person, because a lot of people are bored in so-called positive relationships. A lot of people are bored when everything is like tranquil, serene, peaceful. People don't love that shit. It's like people are warmongers. People love wars. So if you're a warmonger, then hey, have at it. Go through the fucking phone. Go through their social media. Go through their Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. Find out if they got an OnlyFans page. Shit, find out if they have a Pornhub or Xvideo site or page and they fucking somebody else, so you could really get mad. Like, find out if they busting nuts and beating cheeks and they getting busted in and getting cream pied and doing all this, that, and the third without your motherfucking consent and without you knowing it. Listen, do your thing. You got my blessing, goddammit. I hope, when the aftermath clears, when the smoke clears, none of y'all are pushing up daisies or going to prison. So knock on wood. But I'm just saying, like, in all seriousness, you don't have to go through the phone. If you got to go through the phone or try to look to see who's texting your significant other, it's not even worth it, yo. You might as well shoot the breeze, chuck the deuces, and leave. Mental health is everything, baby. Mental health is everything, and everybody needs a mental floss. And going through your mate's phone to see if that person is cheating, it's not a good. It's like a cavity. It's a cavity to your mental hygiene. It's the funk to your mental hygiene. The funk, the cavity, the decay. You need a root canal. You need a clean. You may need, like, it's so you don't want to get to the point where you so damaged that you need fronts. You need veneers. Like a falseness. And like a falseness of positivity, and you putting up this defense because you carrying baggage, and then you unload your baggage to the next relationship to the person who don't deserve it. So you don't want to have so many war wounds, battle scars in the relationship to the point where you don't know how to function when you actually get with somebody who worship the ground that you walk on, or that person is treating you like the king or queen that you are. You don't want to get it to that point. So when your relationship gets toxic, it's time to bounce. It's time to go. Because like I said, when you get to a certain age, Red flags become deal breakers, but a lot of people look at life through rose-colored glasses that they can't even see the red flags. You feel me? Because everything is red. They look at life with rose-colored glasses because everything is red. So they don't know the difference between negative and positive. It's like everything's the same. You dig? And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark, and this is your host, Not Son, baby. Check out my website at www.notsonblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, You, Me, Us, Them, The Swinger Manifesto. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. Shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up with any questions and or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. You dig? And on that note, until next time, peace. And stay safe, man. Stay safe.